Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is exactly what we're going to need to do if we want even a small chance of beating Atletico Madrid at their stadium on Tuesday, guys. Today, we got the result against Espanyol. Obviously, it's a derby, so it's going to be a little bit more difficult than your just regular matches. However, I thought that Barcelona played pretty well. The first half ended 2-0. Pretty happy about that. What I wasn't happy about is that as soon as we get called off outsides, we concede a goal. So still struggling to concede goals. I can't remember the last time we had a clean sheet. I mean, when was the last time? It's just I can't. It's not rendering at the top of my head, but overall, I'd say it's a pretty decent performance. It gives us a small bit of hope that we can maybe beat Atletico, but yeah, there's a couple negatives that I got from the game, so let's just go straight into it. First of all, I'm not happy that Lamine Yamal and Pedri both played 90 full minutes, bro. I mean, that was just I didn't like seeing that, to be honest. I really would have liked if Lamine Yamal and Pedri both got rotated, maybe at halftime. That would be ideal. It's recommended, like the LaLiga medical staff usually recommends like 4 days in between games just to fully rest. And if you count today, Sunday, Monday, they're going to have like 3 days of rest. So not even that, because in Spain, they're ahead of schedule. So for me, it would, they wouldn't even have a full day of rest. I mean, yeah, it would be 2 days of rest. So half of what they recommend. So that's not ideal. However, sometimes maybe you just got to go with what the coach says. I mean, maybe the coach, Hansi Flick, he knows best. Maybe he just knew that he shouldn't. Maybe, I don't know, something. But, that's probably the main negative I want to get out of the way. Another negative, maybe, Gerard Martin, obviously he gets injured. It's going to look like maybe it's serious. What the freak is going on in my hair? I'm not sure if it's serious or not. He was subbed off. He was on the bench. So, maybe it's not anything too bad. But, I don't like seeing one of our main players that we're going to need on Tuesday be freaking injured because of a freaking game that it could have been easily rotated out of. I feel like, no? I mean, who else would have played center back? We could have had... Where the freak is Christensen, bro? On everything, bro, we need to sell Christensen, bro. We need to sell this guy Christensen, bro. I don't care what he did for us 2 years ago, the first leg against PSG, bro. It's been 2 years, my guy, and you still haven't even gotten any minutes. What the hell is the point of having Christensen? But anyways, let's talk about the positives, bro. Lamine Yamal was absolutely insane today. Gets 2 assists. The first assist came from a corner. Sorry if you hear background noise in the background. People are currently working on my roof again, so just don't mind that. He gets 2 assists. The first one was off a corner, and Ferran scores. When I first saw Ferran's celebration, I was like, bro, are we serious? But hey, man, maybe he just needs confidence to get his mojo back. Whatever he needs to do, if he needs to do some celebrations, some crazy celebrations in front of his own home fans, and that's what's gonna get him back into form, just do it, bro. I don't care, bro. As long as we see a good Ferran Torres display on Tuesday, which now I'm not even sure if he's going to start. I mean, Lewandowski's on the bench, so it made me assume that maybe Lewandowski was going to play. But I don't know, bro. Yeah, I'm not sure. At the end of the day, it is what it is, bro. I think Lewandowski's probably going to start, and then Ferran maybe gets hungry for some goals on the bench. I'm not sure, bro. The striker position is probably our weakest position at this point, bro. And then we had Fermin Lopez playing like at a 10, according to FootMob. But there was other apps like SofaScore that had Fermin Lopez on the right or on the left wing, and then they had Pedri at the 10, and then Gavi. It was kind of confusing what the lineup was going to be. I didn't watch like the first 30 seconds of the freaking game, so I didn't see what the lineup was displayed on LaLiga, but it looked mostly like this formation like I see right here. Gavi was playing a little bit wider, I would say, and then Fermin Lopez playing more centrally. Eric Garcia, I thought he had a decent game. Kubarsi as well. Dude, I'm just still mad about Kubarsi's red card, bro. But at the end of the day, bro, it is what it is. It's in the past. We just got to keep moving forward. Lamine Yamal plays this good ball to Araujo, where it's like a backwards pass between the defender's legs, and Araujo's in through. That was pretty solid. I like that. That was funny. And then Balde, I think he had a pretty bad game. I don't know if this guy is Barca material, bro. I'll be honest. I've been saying it since the beginning of the year. The way that this guy doesn't use his right foot genuinely annoys me, bro. Because he cuts in inside so much, but then he cuts back in with his left foot, and he has no outlets because he's occupying the space where there would be an outlet. Whenever you cut inside, there's always going to be people that are like options, but he doesn't find those options because he doesn't use his right foot. The thing that makes Lamine Yamal so good is that, like, when he cuts inside, and even Joan Garcia does this, he cuts inside, at least he takes a shot. He goes down to the far, like, to the end of the line. Like, he goes down line, Joan Garcia, and then he could take a cross with his left or do whatever. Joan Garcia could do both, so I like, why am I keep saying Joan Garcia? I mean Joan Cancelo, bro. Too many Joans, bro. Joan Garcia freaking is not a left back. But yeah, I think Joan Cancelo even got some minutes today, which kind of annoyed me as well. I would have liked to see a fully rotated squad, bro. But it is what it is. Obviously, props to Espanyol for scoring a goal. I thought the goalkeeper for Espanyol had a couple decent saves, but overall I thought he was very shaky. He dropped a couple balls like from the air for some reason. Like, normally goalkeepers like get the ball and then they just keep it, but he was dropping balls like crazy. Pause. And then who else did well? I think Pedri did pretty well. Obviously, just doing Pedri things, controlling the midfield, doing what he does best. And then Gerard Martin, I think he did fine until, he got subbed off, obviously, for medical reasons. Overall, a decent display, bro. I want to talk about Frenkie de Jong, bro, because as soon as this guy comes in, you genuinely notice a difference. For that last goal that we score, it was pretty much all him. He makes a really deep run from the midfield. Lamine Yamal finds him. Just what an amazing ball from Lamine Yamal. And this is what Ferran Torres, this is what our strikers need to do. You see how when Frenkie gets the ball, he's in the box, he's composed. Sometimes you don't just got to go for the power shot like how Rashford does. Sometimes you just got to maybe take it out wide, get the ball, look for a decent pass, and then find somebody who can get an easier shot off on target. These guys like Ferran Torres, like Rashford, they need to sharpen up, bro, and like take example from like people like even Lewandowski does this. He might not be like the most quickest player because obviously he's old now, but he's very composed in the box, and he takes those opportunities when they come to him. And Frenkie de Jong does it perfectly today. He gets the ball out wide after making a deep diagonal run, and then he crosses the ball. And I got to give props to Rashford here because he does do a quality finish. I think he was pretty much going for a pass. I don't think he was going for a goal, but hey, if he was going for a goal, that was decently placed shot. Yeah, but I'm just glad that our front three of Rashford, Ferran, and Lamine Yamal got goals because that's what we're going to need against Atletico Madrid. And if you guys remember, last year, this guy Ferran, he dominated. Well, he was pretty much like one of the main reasons why we would beat Atletico so consistently. If you guys remember the comeback we had at the Metropolitano with the 4-2, Ferran scored 2 that game. Right, and then Lamine Yamal obviously scored the third. But then in the second leg away from home at the Metropolitano last season, we also scored 1 goal, and it was from Ferran. So this guy Ferran, hopefully he turns up against Atletico Madrid if he plays, right? Because we might not play. But if he does, bro, I'm gonna need some shark activities from this dude, bro. And yeah, bro, if you do that, if you get us to the semifinal of the Champions League, I will never speak ill of you ever again in my entire life, bro. I promise bro, I just promise, dude. I will never speak bad about you. I will give you praise whenever you freaking need it, all right? So, Ferran, please, bro. Lewandowski, anybody save us, bro. Last time, it was a fluke win from Atletico Madrid. They don't deserve that win. I believe wholeheartedly we were undoubtedly the best team, even with 10 men on the pitch. I'm looking forward to that game. Gosh, that is the most important game of the season by far. So yeah, we get that dub. We move on. Hopefully, face whoever. Probably Arsenal. I'm not even looking towards Arsenal. I just want to win this game, bro. I just want to win it against Atletico Madrid. And yeah, bro, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough, but if anybody could do it, it's us. So yeah, those are my thoughts on the game. What else happened during the game? Oh yeah, I also saw something that like Ferran Torres has only one penalty goal less than Mbappe, and he's the top scorer. Bro, it's because Mbappe just gets penalties, bro. That's why I wasn't even mad when Mbappe didn't get a penalty last game against Girona, bro. Because obviously it was a penalty, bro. He clearly elbows. But the amount of times this guy dove this season, bro, it was just bound to happen that the referees were just going to not call it. You know, they were just going to think that he's faking and then not call it. Obviously, I don't know why VAR didn't intervene, but I'm not complaining, bro. There's been so many dives from both Kylian Mbappe and Vinny, and these Madrid fans will try to gaslight you and convince you that they were actual valid foul. None of those penalties were valid fouls, bro. They were all dives. So, yeah, that's what I got to say, bro. I'm just being honest. But in my opinion, those are my thoughts on the game. You guys let me know what you guys thought about the game versus Espanyol, and what do you guys think heading into the Atletico Madrid game. This was kind of like split in between two videos, like a preview into Atletico Madrid and a review for this Espanyol game. But yeah, overall, you guys let me know your thoughts. I already said that like 3 times. I always say the same thing because I don't know how to end it. So I'm just going to leave you with this. You guys have a fantastic day. Read books and do whatever you need to do. Make sure you study for your classes. I have to study as well after I upload this video. Also, that is part of the reason why I feel like I haven't been so consistent with making these videos, because I'm actually in college, and right now, like from March to May, that's like crunch time for finals, especially when you're taking 6 classes. So yeah, I gotta lock in after this. I gotta do some group projects and stuff. So y'all keep me in your prayers, bro, because I might get cooked this season. No, I'm kidding. I'm not gonna get cooked, but still, yeah. I mean, I will get cooked if Barcelona freaking don't manage to beat Atletico Madrid or something. But oh yeah, and Arsenal bottled winning against Bournemouth, I think. So hey, I guess there's good news after all, like to be shared. So yeah. I think that's going to be it from me, guys. You guys have a good day. Take care and peace.